Hi traders, it's Chris here at the Trading Mentors. Hope you are having a lovely day. This is a coaching video for those who have the Advanced Pro charts, and just a big thank you for signing up for that, and hopefully you're going to do really well. If you use the charts properly and be patient and disciplined, then you are going to do well in the long term. And of course the first 100 grand is the hardest to make, but you can get there. Even if you've got $1,000 in there, 100,000 is going to get there in the end. Once you've got 100,000, then of course it compounds very quickly. So this is a coaching video for the Advanced Pro charts. I'm also going to jump into the gold software as well. You all have the package, but I do it in stages just to make it easier, because it can be quite overwhelming if I send you all the charts and all the videos all at once. So some of you got the Advanced Pro charts but might not have the gold and the oil software and the predictive price software. So let's crack on. Where are we? Gold. Right, okay, this is gold. So it doesn't matter what we're in. This is not an analysis. This is simply a coaching video, and I just want to show you what I've got. So sometimes I like to have clean charts. What I mean by clean charts is you can have your charts with all the indicators on, but they can be a little bit overwhelming. There can be a little bit too much information overload. So what I do, this is my daily chart on the left and my 4-hour on the right. Now to get to that, you just click on here. If you want a single chart, you just click that. If you want 3 charts, you just click that. But for me, the 2 chart is enough, to be fair. So I'm mostly on the 2 chart, and as you see my analysis each day, then I might just zoom into the 4-hour chart, do the analysis, because there's nothing else going on or interesting. It's just a matter of doing the analysis that way. So let's tell you what I've got. So I've got the UT bot alerts, which are the buy and sell signals. I've got the 7 EMA. Not absolutely essential to have the 7 EMA, but I like it. The 50 EMA. Now the 50 is very important on all charts, because anything above a 50-day moving average is a buy. But of course, this is not an exact science. And so that's one technique. Buys above the 50-day moving average are important. But of course, when we have a double bottom, a double top, divergence, then there are exceptions to that where the 50 EMA is not important. I have the PABTLS. This is crucial because this tells me where the support lines are. If I want to move my stop or have a target, then I can do that, and I can see where the support is, where the resistance is. What else have I got? Sonar Labs, of course, the order blocks. These are like magic. So these tell us where the support is, the green zone. Now if you want to change the colors, I think they come up blue and red. I can't remember the basics. But to change these, you just click on here to get the bearish order block. I've got mine red, so the sell zone, and green for the buy zone. Okay, so let's just cover these so you've got them all. Double bottoms I've got on the daily. This is not so essential. In fact, I might delete that. I'm not really bothered with that. I've got the linear regression, but it's not actually vital every single day. You know where it's going. And then you've got the SSL. Yeah, the SSL. So they are the indicators. The other one which isn't there is the parabolics. This is not absolutely essential. I would have either the SSL or the parabolic. You don't really need both, because price structure, if you've got the SSL for instance, price structure can be seen quite clearly, and you know if it's achieving higher highs, the parabolic will be at the bottom moving up, it'll be into a parabolic trend. So that's your choice. I've got these hidden, so I'm going to hide these now to clean my charts up. Now on the 4 hour, very similar. I've got the UT bot alerts. I've got the PABTLs, the support and resistance lines set at 5. I've got the Sonar Lab, the green zones and the sell zones. And I've got the very important 50-day moving average as well. So double tops and double bottoms, these are vital. These are what are my favourites. So now I don't have any of these hidden. So that's quite a clean chart. Now on the bottom of the charts, double click there, you've got the MACD histogram. You can see this here, and whenever it's above the 0 line, then of course it's going to continue up usually. Whenever the TM trend meter all goes green, all the buys are in, as I say, or all the sellers are in, then that's the time where we're into a trend and they're buying opportunities. On the 4 hour, this is important. Let me just zoom in. I've got a stochastic here, and you should have this. This is very important because this is set at 14, 7 and 3. Just go over this. So 14, 7 and 3. And I'm looking for a pull down, so an oversold condition in an uptrend above the 50-day moving average. So whenever you get that situation, like here, that is your buying opportunity there on an order block as well. The green zone is the buy zone. The 50 above the 50 EMA, the price is going to move up. So this is simply a pullback, retracement, correction, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. It's going to bounce off there and go up, and you're going to make your money. I've got a MACD histogram here. Now this is lagging. This is not. This is not. This is not. So this is a lagging indicator. So that what that means is you can wait for the price to go above the 0 line, but of course you're going to get in about halfway across here. Don't buy up here, please. Please. Don't buy up here, please. The stochastic gives you a clue as to where the price is. Don't get bogged down with overbought stochastics. If it's in an uptrend, the price will ignore this. However, a pullback is healthy, and of course once it becomes oversold, it's too late to trade it, if that makes any sense. So here's another one. I pull back here, and so therefore the price is highly likely to pull up to the resistance area. So we've got a target here on the order block of 1946 and 1960 on the daily. So onto the gold software. This works on silver as well, of course. They do very similar things. But the oil software, which is a separate thing altogether, I'm not going to go over that at this stage. But I can show you that anyway to see what's going on, just as a rule. But here are my indicators here. I've got the sell signals. I've got the PABTLS. I've got the pivots. Now, pivots can be subjective, and what worries me a little bit is that you're going to limit your profits to the next pivot on some of these situations. So you're going to maybe get, I don't know, 3 pips, which is 30 pips, and I don't want you to do that. We're not in it to get 30 pips. We're in it to make a lot of money, and that's what you want to do. Unless you're scalping, of course, which is another skill in itself. So I've got the pivots, but I can hide them quite quickly by doing that. I've got a double top and double bottom. I'm not too concerned on the lower time frame of double tops and double bottoms, to be fair, but I've got them on there anyway. And I've got the stochastic on the 30-minute chart, if it comes up 14.7 or 7.314 on the 30-minute chart. Okay, on to the 5-minute. The BOS system, the break of structure system. This is going short. I'll go over this in a minute. So what I have here, let me get rid of those for the minute. So on the 5-minute, I've got the sell buy signals, which is great. I've got one super trend and two super trends, buy and sell. So this one here is the blue one. So this is the super trend, buy and sell, and this color's in blue. And this is the super trend, the normal super trend. No change of settings on those, that's fine. I've also got an EMA. I can't remember what they are. So 50, of course, and 20, I think. Yeah, so we've got the 20 and the 50, which I commonly use. So I just want to see that the trend is confirmed and the break is confirmed. The other thing I've got here is the PRBEP, which is the software, predictive software. But again, on the lower time frames, I wouldn't get bogged down with that one. So again, I'm going to switch that one off. It's there, but I'm not bothered. Enough information. And remember what we're doing here, it's not an exact science. We're looking at the laws of probability. Now with the stochastics, the top one I've got here, let me go over this for you eventually. So this is a stochastic, but it's time framed for 15 minutes on the 5-minute chart. So you just do the drop down and go 15 minutes, and it's still 7.314. And this one is on the 5-minute, 7.314. Now here's the rules which make it a safe play, and if you're going to make a lot of money, you've got to wait for the breakout. Let me do that first. So the break of, whenever the price is in the middle here, it's consolidating, it's thinking about where to go next, it's going sideways, in other words. So this is the situation now, New York session, or coming up to the New York session. And so the break was going to be down here at 1920, and we have a sell signal on the 30-minute as well, which is essential. You can't work without that. So then it breaks down. That is break of structure. Note the stochastic pointing down and going south, but not overbought. You don't want to be selling here. Let me go to the other stochastic. So the stochastic here is oversold. Don't worry about that. This one is becoming oversold. Don't worry about that. Only when, let's see if we can spot one. Yeah, they very rarely happen, but they do happen. So we're close, aren't we? So if you see this going on, oversold on the 15-minute, oversold on the 5-minute, oversold on the 30-minute, then there's going to be a bounce. So you want to just wait. The price will sort itself out, and so will the stochastics. Just jumping into the oil software just quickly. Of course, once you've got the software, then the coaching comes with it, and my support for 3 months, don't forget. So that's what I'm here for. And it's limited spaces, as you know, because I'm not going to be working full time. God forbid. So I only want to teach and coach a handful of people at a time to make sure that you are successful. Right, it's taking its time today. I think I've got a lot open. I'm in the middle of the Indian Ocean, by the way, so the internet's very good actually. Right, it's taking its time, but we're getting there. There we go. Wow. Need a lot of patience. All right. So this is the also this is the main one on the left. This one looks a bit busy, but this is the main one on the left, which I'm interested in. And as we can see here, there's several items we've got here. We've got the structure. So we need to see break of structure. I'm waiting for a sell on this. Technically, we've got a double top, and I'm going to go over that in the DVA later. But the only way you're going to sell this is once you see price structure. So there's one there. There was a buying opportunity if you had the software here on the 19th of January at 2 o'clock, and price moves above the blue line, and you've got all the buys in. I'm not going to go over the details of because it's quite complex, but for those who've got it and who are getting it shortly, you will get a coaching video with it. So once it breaks out, then you have a buying opportunity here, buying opportunity here, buying opportunity here. And so price structure, before we sell it, it needs to break 81.21, doesn't it? As you can see there, it's not far off, 81.76. But that's the kind of thing. The break of structure is the key to many things, and many of you are using the gold software to actually just get the break of structure. So let's see how we're getting on. Right, so we've gone short on gold, as you can see, down a little bit, that's all right. Positions open: pound Swiss, euro dollar, Aussie 200, FTSE 100, Euro Canadian, Aussie Canadian, and then 3 positions on that. If this crashes, as I think it might in the next few hours, then happy days.